I think it's working. Let me see. Yep, it is on. Hello, it is me, Maximo, host of HellCrashers, also host of Natural Disasters. Operated and owned by Mek Plays, and also the Sir Reaper guy. I don't know who he is, but he sounds funny. Anyways, I'm Maximo. Lucas, who are you?
Well, I think you just told them, but okay. My name's Art of War. I voice Lucas, and unfortunately, I swear these squids don't know when to get out of the office. Seriously,
They're all
why did
cute.
we?
They're like living meatballs with teeth.
Yes, but they're inflatable balloons. One needle, and they deflate. Why are they here?
Celebration? I don't know.
Making some roast. Who knows?
Firestarter, you're up.
Well, I am Crazy Pet, giving the voice of Muldoon, and hopefully we are going to burn some stuff and more. So yeah, stay tuned for pyromancy. And bread. Yes!
Bread.
I don't know, these
Magical
conversations keep going to
cider.
bread.
Alright, Docs, it's your turn.
Alright. Hey everyone, this is Dr. Lulun, played Docs 404. And yes, every time our conversations go, we skew into bread for some reason.
It's a well-bred conversation. And our GM, or whoever he deems himself, the Inquisitor, is currently indisposed at the moment. He'll be back shortly after he gets a scrap of water. Inquisitorial sanctioned water.
It's just MSAC, we all know.
It's freshly squeezed from the tap.
The Inquisitor is always here, always listening.
No,
It was a test and you failed.
he was sleeping.
So 10 capacity. Hello everyone. Welcome to another session of HellCrashers. We're sort of ramping up to the end.
Some would say we are crashing it.
Nobody would say that. Maximo, smack his nuts.
I give you bread if you don't.
Too late. I'll
I will
get bread
give
afterwards.
garlic bread.
Garlic.
I think
So-
you hit him too far.
You think it's a home run?
He's in Kentucky, he'll be fine.
Let's really quick go around the horn, telling everyone who we're playing, who we are, what's our objective today, and whether we're going to be changing our campaign card.
You're too late on the introductions part, but the objective we can do.
Alright then. Fine.
Introduce yourself, GM. Inquisitor.
Well, I am Sir Reaper, and I will be playing everyone else.
He is playing everyone else. Look at him. He's playing everyone
Well,
else.
well, that's easy. Obey an order without question or doubt.
Oh, use my tornado poke to, dominate the social situation. Oh,
I don't think we're going to be getting that right.
Calculate the
I
odds
can still
of any given
dominate
task,
something.
provide an estimate of survival or success. Huh.
And keeping my card, I want it special. It's still a mystery.
Yes. Gratitude for the Emperor's
Audience is so enthused.
Please,
Talking you
please.
from the
please.
warp.
I can't hear the others, Maximo. Content yourself.
Say thanks to the Emperor because he's protecting you from the warp, yay. So it's going to be pretty easy.
Fair enough.
So, thank the Emperor Day.
Yeah, thank the Emperor Day.
And what was yours, Docs?
Let me bring it back up here. Calculate the odds of any given task and provide an estimate of survival or success.
That would be easy too.
I think there will be a very interesting opportunity for that. Alright.
Before you push in the doors, we are fucked.
Yeah.
Well, how about then? Would you guys like to remind me what happened last time?
We have stopped the ritual of sacrificing that one long-named guy in the Zinchian stronghold of this manor thing. We snuck through the sewers to do it, and did some nice jump scaring here and there to eliminate the enemies. Then we freed the guy, and what was the other things that we did?
Let's see, what was it? We caused a servitor uprising, was it?
No, that was later, though. What happened right after we freed the guy, though? What was his name?
We ambushed some people.
I believe it
What was
was
his name?
Leomon Atlas. The first.
It's almost as if it's on the priority investigation, guys.
Is
Also in my notes.
Along with
Dr.
all
looking
his
at the screen.
titles. I forget all his titles.
Nobody cares. He's a night pilot. They have too many of them.
But it's important.
No, it's
Just
just
home.
Liam and Atlas. It's just Liam and Atlas.
At most the first. Because there was a second. And he's dead now, probably.
Then he's first again, since there's no second.
Squire.
To be honest, when you are start telling his name, my brain is just went to the, the ore game, the Blood and Teeth. Is it Blood and Teeth? I don't know.
And then you got the joke.
Yeah, with the mile long goddamn name with the goddamn knight.
Most of it wasn't even a name. He was giving a speech in the middle of introduction, is all.
Yeah,
Anyway, so
reminds...
what happened afterwards?
Let's see. We ambushed a massive group of cultists coming in to try and kill us. They did not last longer than 2 seconds.
Dogs fucking shot me?
Error.
You got yourself shot by me.
I don't think Docs has that in his memory banks. We might have to reboot him.
Ha! It's funny because you don't have a one leg. Reboot him.
Lol. You don't have
Never
a leg.
escaping these jokes. Ever.
No, you're not.
You don't have a leg to stand on. Okay, I see. I understand.
I
I'll
will
be in
invoke
the
the
call.
wrath of the Emperor.
Oh yeah. After we got the introductions, we decided to go sneak through after the whole ambush thing of destroying the enemies. We found out their supply line, spooked them, our power supply, yes. Turned off the lights, freed the prisoners, turned the servitors against the heretics, yes. And we made our escape through sewers again, yes? Or we haven't escaped yet.
No, not yet.
We're about
We're
to,
currently-
yes.
No, you're not.
We are currently heading into the stronghold of their cult leader that.
Oh yes, we're gonna kill that crow thing, yes.
We are not getting a glory this session, are we?
I'm keeping it simple as
We were going to.
You are keeping it all over the place.
well, they can always jump in.
No, we can't.
I'm not that fat.
Yes, you are.
Don't remind me.
Buffer fish noises out now.
Reminding Maximo he's corpulent. He's trying to deny his mutation.
What was it? We stealthed our way to a power room, if I remember. Was it a power room or some type of small
Yes.
Yeah, power room. We then had multiple different options on how we could potentially free / cause chaos in the facility to cause a distraction. We ended up going for what was it? What was it?
Options 1 and 3, turning off the power and rerouting power, opening all locked doors and letting the prisoners escape. Third option, cause all servers and security systems go against the heretics.
Yes, mass amount of chaos in that one. You could hear it up from outside the walls. The bolter fire, screaming. I swear I heard someone cursing someone else's name randomly. Pretty interesting.
All the machine spirits are humming in tune to the Omnisaya.
Oh yeah, all that binary gobbledygook. Gotcha.
Then there was the one servitor.
Oh yes. I'm calling him Jeff. Jeff the Servant.
I'm referring to the one that was standing, that had like the clipper hands, and was standing amidst a pile of decapitated bodies.
Oh
saying
yes,
blood
Edward
for the Emperor.
Scissorhands.
Yeah, you know, blood for the Emperor guy.
Yeah.
It's God for the Golden Throne. Yes, yes.
The servitors have got a little bit wooky. Don't worry about it.
They're at least working for us now. Be happy.
I mean, you guys have become Korn's favorite squad.
Because
We serve the
reality
Emperor,
warning.
not some stupid blood god.
All I'm saying is, if Zinx exists, which is a maybe, he's probably chewing on a shoe right now from the raids.
Sorry, Mr. Tentacle Hentai, we're helping the Kool-Aid man over here.
You are mixing up your gods.
Let's be honest, there's way too many gods in any world, let's be honest.
4!
Whenever Maximo begins a turn, at some part of the warp, the voice of Korn can be heard going, "Woo, yeah, baby!"
No.
Wait, if you are in a room and we say, oh no, oh no, oh no, Korn is just going to burst through the wall and say, oh yeah!
No.
No, it won't be Korn, it will be... What's
Karn
what's
or
the tank
Angron?
called? No, what's that tank called? The tank.
Skull Taker?
No, Skull Taker is the demon.
Defiler?
No.
A lot of skulls.
Lord of
Oh,
Skulls.
that one.
Yeah, the lot of skulls will roll through the wall. Oh yeah!
Well, if that thing is coming in, then we are really fucked.
I mean, come on, it's just let's see, 50 wounds, 23 resilience, you'll be fine.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, look, it doesn't have... Okay, actually it does have a weapon that could easily damage all of you. It does have a melee weapon that could one-shot Maximo.
Yeah.
I half expect you to go bet.
No. I may be stupid, but I am no idiot.
It's not about idiocy, it's about bravery. Anyway, while chaos has erupted across the entirety of the base, hold on, let me get the right thing. Is this? No, this is. I'll find something. Hold on.
Huh.
Yes, while chaos has erupted across the base, the five of you actually arrive outside the ballroom chamber that you have been told the Mother Crow has turned into her personal sanctum. Now, as you approach the doors, you notice they're slightly ajar. So you don't need to open them or anything, you can just slide in if you want to.
That means we are in a pickle. Because it's slightly ajar.
I hate him.
Maximo, slap him again.
I'll break the stealth door.
Maximo, slap him. I grant you passage.
But the door is already open. We have passage.
Maximo will backhand Muldoon in the back of the head, causing his wires to jostle plus his mustache. Stop it.
Maldun's mustache is upside down for a second.
You have to go for the lead.
It's like Robotnik. You can't tell which way is up. Oh, by the way, I don't know if any of you have thought of this, but if we ever do another 40k campaign, and I'm gonna say this here where the audience can hear it, if any of you bring me a fat Mechanicus dressed in red and black with a huge mustache, I will kill that character in a matter of seconds.
Hard. I was thinking that for the Maledictum game.
You are not playing Dr. Eggman.
But the hedgehog, the servitors. I must find that mutant.
No. Anyway, moving on. Also, we all know Sonic is not a hedgehog, he's a blue horror.
He's a mutant.
No, he's a blue horror.
Nope.
Look at him. He literally has the body of a blue horror.
Yeah, but he could still be a mutant too. That's what he believes he is.
Can he throw fireballs?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait till he goes supersonic.
Then it's golden and not blue anymore. So
Yeah, he's a golden horror. You should really be afraid now.
Like the TV show.
Oh no.
Anyway, moving on. Please stop moaning into the mic.
Never.
As you walk inside, you notice there is a scene of like quietude compared to the rest of the camp here. The lights are dimmed in this room. There is only candles since you guys cut the power. There is no combat or chaotic escapees going after cultists.
I assume we are sneaking inside.
Oh,
Yes.
it's too quiet.
And you notice, I will assume you're continuing to sneak.
We hope so.
You notice a sort of, how do you put this? The Mother Crow is kneeling before an altar with her hands cupped around some sort of like crystal orb sort of thing that's hovering between her hands. And looking up at the orb, there is a projection of a scene, though you can only see this scene in hues of blue and pink. In this scene that you see before you, she is talking to a very familiar figure, Harrow, who appears to be sat upon a throne of sorts, wearing long robes and a hood over his head that covers most of his visage outside of his air breather and his glowing violet eyes. And he appears to be looking at her as if talking to her from a similar device. Though he does not hold anything, it's more like ahead of him in the room, if that makes sense. So essentially there's a psychic projection of Harrow on a throne in front of Mother Crow, essentially. And you hear her speak and says, "I am sorry I have failed to inform you of this sooner. But the Astartes failed at waking the night. At that, you see Harrow clench his grip on his throne with the one hand that he holds the arm of the chair with. His other hand is basically leaning against his chin. I will beg of thee, do not enact your wrath upon the situation yet. There is still a way to bend the war machine to chaos's will, to our will. I understand your wrath is measurable, but you must know there is still one man who can..." And before she can continue, he raises his hand as if to stop her. He appears very... not out of it, let's say disinterested is how I would put it. And then...
Dispassionate.
Yeah, he goes, "Your failure was imminent. Your warband has been pushed back and is losing its grip on the Meteor's moon as we speak. These heretic Astartes you pleaded and bargained with have proved nothing more than another mere doorstop to the plans of our foes. This is terrible news, Lord Harrow. We should send reinforcements. My forces. We are currently preoccupied, but as soon as we quiet this rebellion, we will..." Enough. There is no point for you to concern yourself with such things. Things are still following the tapestry, and soon the precipice of destiny shall be reached. What does that mean? It is not for you to know. I shall leave you now. If the tapestry is correct, I am afraid you have visitors, Mother Crow. This shall be the last time we speak to each other. You have been a loyal servant. The mutated woman appears slightly shocked at Harrow's words as their communication ends. She understands what his words mean, but she's unaware of how or why he spoke them. And slowly realizing what's at hand, she turns to face the five of you. I see.
Hello, I'm Maximo.
You must be the ones that Lord Harrow has warned us about.
Warned? More like sent.
She looks at you quizzically as if like, what? She's now beginning to question on whose side Harrow really is after what you said.
Exactly. Overhearing what she overheard, Maximo's using his cunning plan of actually tricking her. With weird reverse psychology, just like Harrow sent us. Because he's, trying to trick her into...
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you now, you're an ogre, and she probably won't believe you're that cunning.
Well, the thing is, I survived this
but
long, got
that's
past her security, and did a lot of damage to her stuff.
But I guess that's the plan here.
Mm-hmm.
At any capacity.
It's just a mere audacity. It should shock her.
Okay, so let's see here. Oh, I see the issue. For some reason, Maximo was at 150%. What?
What?
Yeah, I thought you was coming in a little too loud for me, and then at second, for some reason, Discord had you at 150.
Oh.
Well, I am large and in charge. Not like that.
Yeah, but that's a little too much, don't you think? It's like
Well,
dreadnought size.
I could be. If I get the mutation again, I will be dreadnought sized.
Well, let's hope not. So, witnessing the five of you, she says, I guess I can assume why you're here then. Why everything is going up in flames.
Madel is just letting out a little chuckle because, flames, fire.
She does primarily look at you, Muldoon, considering, you're both siders.
Yeah.
I understand why you're here. And, while a powerful psychic I might be, having heard and witnessed of your deeds, there is little point to resistance. However, I will ask that you extend the courtesy of a few words.
Maximo will look at Lucas.
Which skill is the like? Oh, we have insight. Yeah, we have insight.
If you want to insight her, go for it, my dude.
Yes, I would like to insight her with an 8.
Well,
Ooh,
an 8
good
and a
score.
complication. So here's what I'm gonna tell you.
Uh-oh.
I
Muldoon's
shall
dead.
tell you this. She appears to be honest in wanting to, like from what you can read of her both physically and psychically, she appears honest in her surrender and her quest for conversation. However, your complication being that you can never be sure with chaos. To which Leo Mundatlas says, we should not allow her to speak. She's a servant of the enemy. Anything that comes out of her mouth must be treachery.
And the Psyker too. We should let her on flames.
You may do that.
Yay.
However, you're going to ask the question of one of you, so I will assume his answer to be of value. Is Lucas not here?
I think we lost him.
Oh no, he's fucking dead again.
Lucas,
Sorry, spaced out. What?
Oh no. You shouldn't
Oh,
be
fuck.
spacing out.
He's losing blood too
No.
fast.
No. It's because she used a psychic power on him.
basically, Maximo asked you for your input
We should.
when...
I looked at him about
explain.
should we let her speak.
I just give you a quote unquote side eye glance.
How can I
Hopefully
see?
you
You're
can-
wearing a mask. I can't see your eyes.
Exactly.
You can read
I
his
just
body
saw you
language.
twitch. And just like, no. No, he twitched. He doesn't like it. I don't like it. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, shoot him, he's getting possessed.
No, it's the
Don't make
pain.
me. Don't
He
make
has
me
a
slap-
headache. Do
slap
you have
you,
ibuprofen, docs?
Don't make me slap you, Matchstick. Don't make me slap you.
But what does your path offer?
Cookies? Bread. Yes, bread.
A lot of bread.
Good bread. And
Oh,
that
yeah.
hurts
suppose
like
it
bread.
the bread.
I would
Hurts like
appreciate
bread.
some sincerity and clarity in this moment. It's the least you can do. Your fate has been already predestined. You will not survive him. You know that, right?
We'll do it. We'll survive. We surprise everyone.
Even
At
if you
least that
somehow,
one.
even
As I
if you
point at
somehow
Lucas.
were to, even if you somehow defeat him, none of you are meant to return from the precipice.
That's what you think.
It is what it thinks,
No.
Vosteroius.
So?
It being the designer of fate, the weaver of destinies. Even your emperor understands as much, or at least did so when he wasn't enslaved to that ungodly engine.
At least somebody gets it.
We understand a lot more than that, sibling.
I don't understand. Too many weird noises.
You are meant for less. However, it still beckons the question, where does this path lead? How much do you know?
As much as we care to know.
How many heroes do you think have passed through the roads you follow? How many great legends of the Imperium, forgotten, reduced to us? The ages claim all. You are no Lord Solar. You are no Primarch, no. Nay, even a Space Marine. You'd be lucky if anybody even remembers you, their breath in the first place. Another servo skull hovering around in a few hundred years.
If you were just talking about the inadequacies of us soldiers inside the Imperium at large, you will know we're all smaller to a
Soldiers are
galaxy.
useless, Vostroyus. We're touching for things beyond soldiers now.
You
have
talk
played
too
the part-
much.
You have played the part of agents of faith and fate. But there comes a time to choose which of the two is more important. Faith or fate?
I'll do whatever I need to get done.
Faith will get you to an answer, as I said, a servo skull. Or perhaps buried under a statue of a likeness vaguely like your own. They never get those right. However, fate can get you much further if you're willing. Consider Lord Haru's vision. An all-cleansing flame that will engulf this rotting, festering Imperium and give way to enlightenment. Would you not wish to be enlightened?
If it ever gets too
Would
dark,
you
I
not
just
wish
use
to
a
be
flashlight.
Or me.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're failing to see something here. You are fighting for her, and yet she did everything to gain deeper understanding of what she was meant to do. Unfortunately, she wasn't wanted. She had no use further. But in the hands of Haru, you could have much use. Much more than this Imperium could offer. You have proven time and time again, You raise the militia for your masters in order to fight against the enforcers of a world, and you succeeded. You foiled the plans of a regime and succeeded. You survived the death of a world. All things that have brought you here, and now you could either finish this as champions or as servants. As for me, my lord said that this was the last time we were to commune. So I understand my part.
Feels like a sunny idea, but seems bad to do so.
What you have to do here is a one-way road. All four of you understand this. I have merely shown you that this one-way road leads to a fork. Just remember, you can either raise your arms for the Emperor, or simply lay them down and pave the way for salvation through enlightenment.
No.
Now, let's get this over with, so that I may play my part in Tapestry.
Hold on. Send her to the Shadow Realm.
Alright, casting
Oh,
bash.
she's not meant to do it. He's not good with the kind of weapon needed. And he gestures off to a side table next to one of the walls.
Do we see what's on it?
It's a small case.
Oh boy, we like small cases.
Who would like to approach the small case?
No, thank you.
Not it.
Yes, you are.
I think you are.
No, no, no. I'm
Let
already
me
lost.
put it this way. I'm gonna ask a question as to who should go for it. Who here do we believe has the best odds of getting a good shot?
Maximo. No, wait, Dox. Dox is the best shot.
Yeah, it should
He
be.
already did partial team killing, so he's perfect
Yeah.
for chaos weapons.
You know, getting ready for psyker killing.
Yeah, and if he
Wasn't-
actually...
Okay, because you guys are never gonna get serious. One of you is gonna walk up there who has hands small enough to handle small firearms and open that case. I'm gonna count to 5, and I want to hear somebody volunteer.
Fine, I'll do it.
Alright, there we go.
I'm kinda good with ballistics too.
Sure you are.
You have a plasma pistol? No. So zip it.
Yeah, but you're meant to go up to that box and open it. She did
Yeah.
gesture to it. So are you gonna go the box, Lucas? Is that the
I
plan?
make my way to the box, keeping an eye on her. while keeping a side eye on her, make sure she's not trying anything. Gonna try anything.
Oh, she's not trying anything.
Do you flip, Lucas?
You have 4 other people, I think, with guns trained at her. At the very least.
Muldoon, I am not gonna do a flip.
So, Lucas, do you open the box? Also, if anybody else makes a joke during the scene, I'm gonna start smiting people.
I slowly and carefully open the box.
Alright. Inside the box, you see a pistol. Specifically, let me tell you what kind of pistol this is, because I need to remember what exactly it was. Ah, yes. A stabber. You know, basic projectile pistol.
Okay.
It's a black stabber, which looks very familiar to you. It's very familiar to you because at one point you recall this stabber being aimed at you when you were accused of being the rat inside the group. It's Harrow's pistol.
If I may inquire, why is this here?
He said that when the time comes, we'll know to use it. I'm assuming that it's now. I think he wished to draw a parallel. As he says that, all your minds instantly flash to the last time the 4 of you spoke with Harrow, and the last thing you shared before the end of the transmission, aka when he executed Ireland. He's giving you the chance to do the same.
Do I notice anything off, or is it just the stubber itself,
stubber.
nothing else? I carefully remove it and put it in a bag and put it away. Put it away for right now.
You know what? I think the best part is right here. We just grab the pistol and leave. Mess up the time screen plans in the process.
Yeah,
entirely.
that bullet has the name of Harrow on it.
Yep.
Get him with his own gun.
Yeah. Kill Harold with his own gun, but not his mate. Just walk out. If she tries anything, just deny the witch and just smack her.
Yeah, either way, we are just going to fucking nuke the place.
Yeah. Sounds like the best idea right now.
So you all just walk out?
Yeah,
I think sounds like a wisest idea. Just leave her in her own mess.
Yeah.
Alright. So you all walk out the ball herb, if there's no objection.
Nope. We suggest Atlas comes along too.
He
What?
very quickly realized this wasn't about him. This was a you guys thing.
Mm-hmm.
He did not want to interfere.
We get out of here. We leave this place. We take you back where you need to go. We're done here.
What about her?
The servitors will take care of them.
He steps away through the door, but he just keeps his eyes on her. He doesn't trust the heretic.
We don't trust her too, but she is currently powerless. No game.
He doesn't say that. He just walks away,
Oh, okay.
aiming at her, just keeping his eyes on her.
Good choice.
And as you all close the door to the ballroom, a few seconds later, before you can begin taking your step away, you hear the sound of one of the windows breaking.
All right.
Etapas that
escapes.
shall be followed, boys.
She's still alive.
I'll tell you right now, she ain't.
But there
You
was
guys
only...
had to walk many upstairs to be here.
Lucas doesn't even acknowledge to look back. The noise is very apparent as to what more than likely happened. He's used to this.
So, how many and what kind of bullets that gun has? As I turn to Lucas. Well, we are casually walking down on the stairs.
No completely.
I'll check, maybe.
No. I have an idea, and that's about as good as he'll ever be, more than likely.
Have docs look over it to see if there's anything secret on it.
I could possibly analyze it, but first we need to vacate the premises here.
Indeed.
Yes, let's.
Atlas, I'm certain you can keep up, so let's get out of here as soon as possible. I'll call down a strike on this place and level it. Leave nothing left.
Right then. Off to you.
All right. We try to escort him out as safe as possible, avoiding the servitors and the greater heretic threats.
I assume you all leave through where... Actually, you can just leave through the yard now, because...
Or we could just still
The
go
yard
to the
is
sewer.
a very peaceful place right now.
Well, yeah, it's peaceful, full of pieces. Yes, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It's peaceful. I get your joke.
Oh, don't make jokes.
Remember to high-five your favorite servitors. Except for that one.
Jeff, there you are.
Shink, shink.
It does not have hands.
Ah, still, he's the best.
Gauls for the Emperor.
See, he gets it.
Maximo will shake his head. Just, no, he doesn't. He's a servitor.
We should bring it back and make it to one of Dox's.
No,
Why?
too corrupted. Bad
No, it's
machine
not.
parts. Mm,
Look into his eyes. He wants to fight for the Emperor.
he looks dead inside.
His eyes are hollow and look like no life has been in them for a while now.
Yeah, he looks dead inside, so he's just...
Like all the servitors, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, as you all leave through the yard, if anyone cares to look back on your way out, you do notice that Mother Crow's fate, as he lies impaled on one of the spires below.
She jumped.
Harold told her this was the last time they were meant to communicate.
She was a dumb character then.
Stupid bitch.
He also told her she has been extremely loyal, and lo and behold, he was right.
Just because you don't talk to somebody anymore, that doesn't mean you need to fucking kill
Oh,
yourself.
trust me, Harrow gave his command. I think we all know that. I think we all fairly easily understood what he meant when he said that, right?
Eh.
This was not Harrow telling her, we may not talk later, bye bye, miss you. This was Harrow telling her, you have failed me for the last time. This was Harrow doing the... What's that meme called? You know, the one with the lightning? The low tier god meme.
Uh,
Hold on. I'm gonna
yeah, I can't think of anything.
post it inside the... I'm gonna post in the Discord server. Wow, I can't actually find the original.
Will we attempt to resuscitate her? It would be funny.
She's impaled on a spire.
So, we can still turn her into a servitor.
Fine.
Brain's still intact. I think.
I'm gonna let you guess what the word they removed from the meme was. That was Harrow a few moments ago.
Shame. If only she could just take her revenge.
Revenge on what?
Harrow.
Why? She was following orders.
Whatever, she's a nerd.
Ah,
She was
yes,
a bird,
blame the
and she
nerds.
perched wrong.
See,
Blame the
and
nerds.
She
they,
should have joined us for bread.
see, here's the thing. You are not doing any different than she is. You are following the Emperor to your death.
Someone would say her goose is cooked.
I swear to God, between you and Maximo, we'll start throwing possessions now. Don't laugh. This is a threat.
But seriously, it was stupid. We had bread, and it's a bird.
Okay, I mean, if we're going to downplay it even more with jokes, let's just move on the scene, I guess. Alright, good, great.
Alright, who's ready to nuke a blast site?
Just don't scatter.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it can't scatter.
Oh. Well, that's good to hear.
Also, I will say, I would appreciate if there was a little bit more, you know, maturity in the final few sessions. We're dealing with the finale of the story, if you will.
Of course. Anyways, once we get back to the vehicle, of course. Call down your should we? It's been cleared out already. Should we just leave it for the Mordian Iron God to clear out us themselves?
I wouldn't risk it. With
Okay.
the amount of chaos corruption, it's better to level it now and pick up the pieces later. Whatever's left.
Honestly,
Oh.
never to pick up the pieces at all for how corrupted it is.
Indeed.
Well, it's the Mordian Iron God's problem then.
That's why I'm giving them the artillery cord.
So, will you use the thing, Mr. Vicar.
Yes, I'm gonna use bombardment.
Ah, excellent. What does bombardment do for those who are not aware?
Let me go ahead and copy and paste it into chat, and I'll explain. So, I have connections and military battery to call in an airstrike. Once per game session, I can use communications within our vessel or my speed to summon said bombardment to deal 20 damage plus double rank ED to all targets within rank times 10 meters of the designated target. My rank is 3. So that is 30 meters of pure bombardment damage to any enemies that are still in the facility. Which at this point is leveling the entire facility.
Well, it's gonna strike at basically the core of the facility, aiming to make it all fall into the earth.
Yes. We're leaving nothing left.
Very little.
You know where the generator is if you wanna tell them to aim towards there.
Oh yeah, obviously, I'm gonna give them the coordinates for the generator.
Oh,
so that
okay.
thing can go up in
Okay, I
flames.
see.
We could go back and just activate the generator to explode the...
What's the button is down, right, left, up?
No, it's
Up, left, down, down, down.
No.
no.
500
It's down,
kg bomb.
up. It's down, up, left, down, up, right, down, up. This
There
is a hell bomb.
Oh,
Yep.
no, this is not a hell bomb. This is the 500 kg bomb.
A 500 kg bomb doesn't explode in a 30-meter diameter.
Yeah, a hell bomb does.
No, even the hell bomb is too small for that.
There's 3 hell
You-
bombs.
You guys being Americans, I really have no idea how much 30 meters are in a diameter, do you?
No, they are not.
Your neighborhood is gone, basically.
We don't measure in meters, we measure in feet.
Well, there will be no foot left to put on shoes in that neighborhood. How about that?
Alright.
Oh, so that's
Oh,
why you
proceeding
are
using
having
all
all
my
the...
8 feet of speed and keep going to the truck before it hits.
So that's why Lucas having all the lag joke.
You were getting a lot of mileage out of those.
Ha!
Ain't that ironic?
Anyway, so you call in the orbital at the generator. There is a big boom, followed by a whirring that fills the air. And you see a light at a distance, consuming the facility as it collapses into it. And then you hear the crash. It's like somebody put a wind tunnel between your eardrums, basically.
So
Yeah.
you say hell crashed? We hell crashed
You
him.
could say that. You could say that, yeah.
With the hell bomb.
In any capacity.
The sky is falling. There you go.
Okay, are you done? Can I continue?
I hope so.
I'm... Boy, howdy.
I don't know, can you?
Alright, what's the DN for possession again?
I think it's the willpower. Anyways.
No, hold on, I'll find it. There's a reminder that the mob of rogue psychers is not out of the question here.
Nice.
I will make it happen. Anyway, so you see the whole facility collapse into the light, and with the dissipation, it is all gone. there is only like some of the walls left, maybe. If anyone was in there, they were either scorched by plasma, destroyed by the orbital strike, or worse. And as it all happens, you begin to notice that from the crater that you left behind, this stream of light that begins to ascend towards the sky. And now I'd like to remind everyone of when we first saw the facility. Remember how there were these little streaks of light that would go up into the sky and created this sort of vortex of pink and purple? I mean, of pink and blue. Yeah, now you see this huge stream flow upwards into the sky.
So we killed more.
Did we not
Sacrificed
tell the
prisoners.
prisoners to leave the facility? Oh boy.
It's not the prisoners, you have to remember. It's all the cultists at the courtyard, it's all the cultists in the facility, it's all the cults that survived until the blast,
Even
It's
the
all the
servitors.
it's all the prisoners that did not escape, it's a powerful level psyker who decided to jump off a building. So what does that mean for us, basically?
They cheated. I told you we should have left the place. We shouldn't have blown it up. I was right, but no one wanted to listen.
Well, now you will listen because the cascade of souls that is released from the explosion creates a blanket of screaming faces that covers the sky. They let out a scream within every possible tone and cadence all at once. The faces erupt out of the ether, leaving the sky changed into a maelstrom of pink and blue colors, with arcane thunderbolts coursing throughout, but instead of a thunderclap, their sound is the echo of the screams you heard before. There is a brilliant storm of psychic torment covering the planet. And now more than ever, you cannot help but feel that once again, you are following his plan more true to the letter than Maximo would have hoped for when he made that cunning plan.
Guess we didn't get the note that the warp storm is coming.
I would like to bring a retrospect here. Alright? Who here recalls the first time we arrived at Tequila's Hope? The planet we're on right now.
We dropped in a battle and smacked some cultist ass.
Excellent.
Originally, we were supposed to find the person of interest.
Yes,
that's
Lord
it.
Ford, which you did. And you
And
drove
we-
into a battle where you found out that the cultists have been relentlessly attacking positions of the Imperial Guard, sustaining massive casualties, but despite the fact they kept coming relentlessly.
Uh-huh.
And at that point, one of you threw around a very smart hypothesis. If I remember correctly, it was either Dox or Maximo at the time. One of you said that maybe they want people to die here. Maybe that's the goal.
I think it was Maximo that stated that.
I'm fairly certain it was him, but I remember it was a conversation between the two of you.
Yeah.
See, remember, Maximo's both smart and dumb at the same time.
So
Just only because the
Maximo-
phone works half the time, you know. I can't be doing all the mysteries.
So Maximo, you more than anyone stand there realizing
No.
that you were right.
I was
You
right.
got-
The bread.
Not only that you were right about the deaths, you were right when you said that Haru sent you. You are doing his job.
No, my sandwich. I forgot my sandwich.
Like, when I asked Lucas, are you going to go through with the bombardment? And he said yes, I was like, everything is going according to plan, I guess.
Haro's favorite soldiers. Low clap for Lucas.
Lucas and Maximo have been Haru's best agents since the beginning.
I knew it. We should have stopped for bread.
We have bread at home.
No.
But anyway, back to the actual like what's happening in the scene. Atlas looks at it and says, "That looks quite awful."
It's worse than you think.
Oh,
We were played. Again.
I can imagine. We should get to whoever sent you fast.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I've seen this only once before, and if I'm right, we don't have other options.
I suggest we should go get that Night Titan of yours.
That will come in time. First, I need to know if we have allies here, and we need to get them fast.
By chance, do we have contact to the Eye?
Did you attempt to contact the ship?
I'm just asking theoretically, does Maximo remember he has contact to the ship?
Well, you guys have access to contact to the ship. Would you like to attempt and communicate with the ship? Also, we lost Muldoon for... Oh, there he is.
I'm here. I misclicked.
Maximo's considering contacting the ship and letting them know, or having someone else do the talking.
Who here's the better negotiator?
Negotiate about what? Talking with your boss?
Pretty much.
It's not much of negotiating, it's more like informing and trying to plan out the next option, and... yeah.
Point fingers at the goddamn Magos.
You can blame Maximo again, it's okay, he's an ogre. But we need to get Atlas to a safe place first.
I assume you all get in the Torx first.
Mhm.
Yes.
Alright.
I'll get there and start heading back to base while we try to communicate with the Eye, I guess.
Alright, you can use the Torx's communication for that. You know, it has a
Alright.
signal booster and everything, probably.
Alright. I'll be driving, so you get to talking.
I want to ask you to make me a check for driving this time. There will be more important things happening.
Did we close the door this time?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Close all the doors.
I think after what just happened, we should,
Activate the child safety
nobody's in the mood
locks.
to make mistakes.
Yeah.
We already made the biggest one. Helping Haru.
I knew it. And I thought Maximo was cunning enough to break the plan.
No. These are like, bully people. If you don't play their game, they can't win.
That's why I was trying not to play their game.
We are here. We are already doing it.
So, dogs, I assume you attempt to communicate with the ship and get in contact with the eye.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you feel there is some sort of barrier preventing you from achieving such communication.
Hmm.
Yay,
I
we are
do a
getting.
tech test to figure out what is causing the disturbance, or blockade, or see if I can find a way around that.
How about this? You.
Psychic mastery or tech test?
I'm gonna put it this way. You can make me a tech test. You will most likely not succeed. I'm setting the DN as high as I possibly have seen this system go for this.
So a DN 14.
Oh, you have not seen much, I see. You know what? Just roll me a tech test, and I'll tell you if you get it.
Alright. 8.
An 8 won't do. And I will tell you right now, I think this wouldn't really help.
Yeah. I seem to can't get any communications with the eye.
Actually, hold on.
Or-
We're not done yet with that roll.
Oh,
I
no.
want you to make me a resist corruption test.
I know it.
Damn. 1.
Dogs, you may receive 1 corruption point.
He receives
Okay.
strapped code on the feedback, doesn't
As
he?
you attempt to page through to the ship, you come upon some sort of let's say technological blockade in your attempts, and your essentially the vox beat you're listening in from starts filling with chatter of malicious dark voices speaking in language you don't understand but fill you with dread. What little remains of your soul under all the machinery feels a cold shiver run down your back. For a moment you feel the tension as if you had skin again, and then it fades. Whatever is happening to the world is affecting everything.
Don't use Vox communications. Something's wrong. There seems to be a corruption.
Docs, I see a little bit of blood coming out of your augment. Are you okay?
In some circumstances, yes. But something's very wrong. Seems something... I do not know what is happening, but when we destroyed that facility, something must have triggered. For this moment on, we should not use any Vox communication. The risk of corruption is high with it.
Next move
Just to
will
be
not at
clear,
that.
the blockade only appeared when you tried to go into basically beyond orbital communication. It was fine for like nearby stuff. I will tell you that.
And I don't know that. All I know is like, oh,
Well, I
Vox.
assume you were changing frequency and stuff, and then when you tried to go like to the higher frequencies outside of orbit, it was like, oh no.
So I blew up, huh? They're dead now? Oh no. We knew it.
So far, all communications outside the system here is
We've been truly abandoned.
unadvisable.
So, should we just go to Waffle House then?
So what are the odds they are just going to nuke this planet too?
It's very funny you say that.
Probability of it would be high if corruption keeps
So we'll
going
just
up.
probably just offer just go to Waffle House.
Did you
Okay,
look up at the sky?
Okay, can we focus on the scene, by the way? Can we focus on the campaign, please?
Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
Maximo suggested, just find a local restaurant.
Yeah.
You're
He's
only
currently-
getting corpse touch
It's
there.
really getting me out of the scene, if I'm being honest, with all the constant jokes. Like, I'm sorry to stop the session here for a moment, but I'm trying to ramp up into something. I would
Ah.
appreciate if we could match the actual demeanor of the campaign for a second here.
Well,
Thank you. So, back to what Docs was saying.
Probability of possibly them eradicating the planet would be high if corruption scales keep going up.
Well, I don't know if you are looked up at the sky by, but I don't think this can go even higher. Well, maybe, but
Well, dude, you're a psyker and you have already been warped by the warp. Anything could be worse.
you are
Still.
saying this is worse? I like my wings.
Well, at the moment, whatever we do has to try to ease this corruption at least. If not, we need to figure out a way to turn the tide against this chaos.
You hear a muffled voice coming from Muldoon. Not like Muldoon speaking, but you hear a muffled voice from his position inside the vehicle, going,
Well, dude, what was that?
That was Jeff.
The voice repeats, this time a lot more frantically.
They're saying we're here?
Yes.
they're here.
Muldoon, you've never heard it speak before.
Huh.
This is new. For all of us. Would Muldoon like to explain himself?
No.
Hold up, Bull Pistol. Muldoon, what was that?
Like I said, it was Jeff. You know, besides the wings and talents and food and all this stuff and other stuff, like Jeff. It's a face.
No, this
Of
is
yours?
Samus, isn't it? This is Samus, isn't it?
Maximo, please.
No? Okay.
I don't like this, if I'm being honest. It's...
It's just a face. It can talk.
For clarification, it has started saying we're here now.
Yay.
And assuming that you're all sitting in the way you were before, and Maximo is next to Muldoon, it's coming from Muldoon's shoulder area, Maximo.
Maximo is beside himself, trying to figure out what he can do next because he's currently in a state of mental panic about we've been.
Oh, don't worry, I'm there too.
Because everything's been going crazy and just all this panicking over issues is making him hungry.
I see.
That's why he suggested the restaurant / Waffle House. They're just
However, Muldoon, you have a bolt pistol point at you, there is an ogre next to you, there is an old man who's looking at you weird, and your driver is saying he doesn't like this.
It happens? I'm a psyker? Of course it happens.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have.
Entire time.
It sounds like we're gonna have to kill Muldoon.
What? Why?
Oh, dude. You're going into the box. We do not explain.
The box is not even here.
Bad Psyker's going to Parawiggler.
Put him in the Psyker Shaker.
The Psyker Shaker.
It's next to Kobold Shaker.
Also next to the Rat Shaker.
Oh,
We
it's
don't talk about that one.
a Rat Shaker? I thought it was a Kobold Shaker.
There is also a Rat Shaker too.
Oh, okay. I thought I was using the wrong one.
No, you're fine.
Alright, but I will say it does keep repeating on occasion, they're here or we're here, in different cadences. And Lucas,
Uh-huh.
as you exit the forest into a more open road now, heading towards the base, you have a view of the sky ahead of you through the, through the front of the car.
Yep.
You see out of the skies there's these flocks of creatures that are just flying across the world. Gigantic streams of flyers. Imagine, if you will, a manta ray covered in spikes.
Yep.
There you go.
Ah.
Shriekers.
Yes.
Ah.
Framers of Zinks.
Yep.
A creature that, unfortunately, there is nothing in Assessment Chaos for, so won't be using that. It's just for visuals.
They're birds.
They're probably
They are
too
creatures,
deadly
yeah.
for the situation. Despite we have Night Titans and Bloodthirsters and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
so
that's a
you
gross
see-
oversight.
You see the flocks of screamers crossing across the skies. Occasionally you see them swoop down in areas where there's like las fire and flak barrages going out towards them.
Mm-hmm.
And in one occasion you see an aircraft, a Valkyrie, try to breach atmosphere, basically go through the clouds, and as it approaches, these psychic bolts of lightning strike and rend the aircraft apart.
Oh boy.
Whatever is happening doesn't want anything in or out.
Muldoon, can you just shut your shoulder up? I'm trying to think.
No, I can't.
We are here.
Maximo will turn towards Docs.
Docs, you still have that little melta laser ring thing?
I do.
Can you just burn it off or something?
I can, and I could also fix up the wound afterwards. So Muldoon won't bleed to death.
If you try that, I'm going to make this lovely road trip into a barbecue.
Muldoon. Not good idea. What's going on? Why are you making Wayne strange noises?
I told you already.
No, not like that. There's something more about you.
No,
What
I
are you
told
not
already.
telling?
I told you about the Jeff situation.
Why is it now communicating?
I don't know, probably because Warp is everywhere now.
Is this Jeff actually Jeff or something else?
It's a manifestation of the Warp.
Can you try to suppress it? It's not good.
No, not really. It was just there. Looking silly. It has a bad mouth, so I assume he can talk about, you know,
You could put a sock in it or something.
on my shoulder.
In your shoulder, yes.
I already have like a sock. It's called an armor, Maximo.
No, it's not in its mouth though.
Maximo will proceed to take one of his socks from his boot.
While Maximo is taking off his boot and trying to take off his socks in the middle of a Torox, Lucas,
Yes.
you're diving towards the base. When you hear, if I remember correctly, you were heavily wounded during the first fight, right?
Yep.
Alright. At some point, you just, you wipe some blood off one of your recent wounds, one of the ones Doc spotted. And you hear a voice from your passenger seat. It's looking pretty bothered now. Think you're gonna make it through this one?
Just a little bit of patching up when we get back to base, and I'll be fine.
Guess you survived the war so far.
It's going to even be worse than that.
I'm a Krieger. We live and breathe combat situations most wouldn't want to put themselves through. You'll learn to deal with it.
Alright, Muldoon, expose it.
To the rest of you, it just sounds like Lucas is talking to himself, by the way. Just gonna say that.
Oh boy, are we crashing to somewhere? He's not into talk to himself.
He's dealing with battle shock. Now remove the armor so I can stuff the sock.
No.
Please.
No.
While that's happening, back to passenger seat for a second, please. Last time you told me you're a Krieger and you're made for battle was when you did not want to sit around and do radio signaling on a tower in a swamp planet. Remember that?
A little.
Lucas, of the eye of the edge of your vision, you can see a familiar figure wearing black tempestuous carapace, sitting there with his hotshot last gun. You plan to kill her, right?
That was always the plan.
I hope it goes well. I'd keep my eyes on the road if I were you. Make my pilot test. Lucas, you managed to narrowly swerve away from a tree on the forest road as you kind of snap back into it and the figure is no longer there.
Can I narratively declare I managed to succeed in my endeavor with the force of will due to the swerve?
If Muldoon allows you to put a shock in the boat. Okay.
No, I want to spend a wrath point for that.
And, look, if he doesn't allow it, he doesn't allow it.
Oh.
I'm not going to force one player's idea over another's.
I'm going to cook everyone in this thorax.
If the two of you want to go bolter for pyromancer right now, I would highly advise against that.
I know.
This sounds obviously terrible. Anyways, I guess we're gonna have to live with the consequences of Lucas's actions.
So Lucas is seeing ghosts. Muldoon has to deal with his new talking head. Maximo is
Currently just grasping at straws.
coming to terms with what happened, yeah. And I guess Doc's the last one whose sanitary man is intact.
Yay.
Sanity.
What sanity? He never had a sanity. That's installed.
That's partially why he's still intact.
He's modular. He's always intact. He can always replace a part.
It's true.
He's a cheater.
As you're approaching the command headquarters, by the way, you see a large psychic dome has been erected around it. And you can see military psychers who are like formed up in squads, just basically concentrating their powers, trying to keep the barrier up.
Okay, so it's a friendly dome.
And you can see these like swarms of screamers slamming against the barrier and just spreading around, flying away, and then trying again. There's cannon fire being fired back at them. There's las guns fired all around. And as you approach to the gates, the Mordians currently holding the position see your vehicle and give the signal to briefly open the door right as soon as you're about to pass, and immediately slams behind you, not risking even for a moment that anything could slip through. And as you all stop the vehicle, I assume outside the command bunker,
Pretty much.
you come outside and you gaze upon the scene of like all of these guardsmen sitting around, readying weapons, preparing themselves. Normally, this much idleness would lend itself to panic. However, you get a sense that there's a general air of readiness going about. They know something you don't. And hopefully that's something good. Because we need something good right now. I think we can all agree.
Eh.
The five of you storm into the command bunker, finding General Ford with very few of his associates around him. He appears to be in full control of the operation as of now. And as he locks eyes with the five of you as you enter, he says, "I was afraid you weren't coming back."
It was a trap.
"Well, I can see you were successful."
No.
He says that looking at Atlas.
Retrieving a pilot? Yes.
Yes.
Main
And
objective
other stuff.
complete.
"Old friend, your friends here were successful in saving me. However, we could not account for the fact that the heretics had planned way ahead of us. It seems no one could have, old friend, but it's nice to have you back, Atlas. We're gonna need you. Now then, are you aware of how bad things are right now?"
From an observational point, only bit. But from this, what is the situation?
Communication and travel in or out of planet's orbit has been made impossible since the sky broke. We are getting reports from all over the planet of Neverborn appearing out of thin air and attacking our bases. And not just that, outposts, scouting parties. It's as if the whole planet has been plunged. Well, I won't say further, lest I bring something into reality. However, there is a small speckle of light in this darkness. Some of my men inside the cult, spies and scouts, they have informed me that the same goes on their side. The cult is unable to reach to their outside forces. And considering Lord Atlas is here, who might be able to put an end to this cult.
Nicole. The cult won't end until Haro's dead. He's the ringleader for this whole operation.
Well, right now they cannot communicate or access any of their backup. Their space marines are trapped in the moons of Nomater facing against the Silver Skulls.
Good.
This is our chance.
And I assume we have a location on where their main hub is.
As we've always suspected, we're just gonna have to go with that suspicion.
It's our last shot. We can't take Hara out here. There's no telling what will happen.
I'm afraid this is his plan. Atlas, do you remember that other time? Yes, old friend, I do. I do so very vividly. Atlas turns to the rest of you as if to silently address you so he may explain. Me and Lord General Ford became friends a long time ago during a similar campaign to this. We were facing the servants of the Dark Mechanicus at that time. In a factory warrant. My house, being one of the Quaestores Mechanicus, swore vengeance for the fall of that world. We swore to reclaim it. I spearheaded the charge alongside other valiant knights of other lesser houses. When we finally broke through, Lord Commander Ford was one of the few remaining officers of the guard around. The fight within the Factorium was brutal, but what we faced at the end was even more so. She, the leader of the Dark Mechanicus cult, had managed to commit a similar situation by sacrificing the lives of countless warders and servitors, as well as corrupting countless amounts of machinery around him. He managed to create a sort of planet-scale portal, plunge the entire Forge world into the warp. We're beset by demons on all sides. We managed to escape, and in our wake destroy the planet before we enter the real space again. That tech priest, I will never forget the last time I saw him. He was no longer neither human nor machine. He was something far beyond and far below. What Sir Atlas means to say is that we've seen this before.
So
And
we'll know how to stop it.
We hope. Cut off the head, and the body will fall.
Maximo will nod at that.
Right then. I have a plan. We still have established communications with the Atlas estate. I can send a dispatch with you there. You will awaken old Troyan. Bring him to the fight. Spearhead the assault and storm Harrow's lair. And hopefully the four of you should be able to finish the job. My forces will have your back throughout the fight. But we're counting on you to finish off the head.
But what do we know if it's not one of the Harold's tricks? He grasped at his head.
Then
Poor Manny.
by the Emperor. We shall die fighting before we let this world go.
Maximo suddenly realized he still has a strip arc, and actually picks it up and opens it to look inside to try to find a clue.
Very nice.
This must be something.
Roll me a scholar test.
Ooh. Let's see here. Scholar test. I have a score of 3, so here we go. Nothing. What if? I'll I'll spend a wrath point for that.
Go for it.
Put it on the board right quick on top here. Click reroll. I got a 3.
Hey, a 3. That's good enough.
Something.
You open the book on a random page that catches your eye.
Triptych is not a book.
Oh. Then I need to understand how the Triptych is. Hold on.
Remember it's that little 3-panel thing with...
Yeah, it's a 3-panel thing.
That was my trinket.
Yeah.
My holy trinket that was rusted shut.
You're looking around for an answer. And then...
Or inspiration, because it has the depiction of the Emperor and the Saints.
Exactly. And then as you're looking around, and Lord Ford says that, you know, we'll either win or die in the Emperor's name protecting this planet, you look upon him.
What do I do?
And you remember a story. And that's the scholar test. You remember a story. That the Emperor allowed himself to make a mistake and be wounded in order to defeat the vile archdemon who led the Horde of Chaos to Terra. Sometimes falling for the enemy's plan is part of victory. Nothing is decided yet, Maximo.
With this inspiration, just like...
We go to the place. We defeat Harrow. We make sure he has no escape.
Well, that one thing is sure. But what happens after? Well, that's going to be interesting.
Well, that is for the Emperor to decide. Right now, we must do what we must. Muldoon, you're going to have to find a way to quiet it. It's going to be bad for stealth missions.
It's not touching since you passed the barrier.
He's still... once we leave the barrier, it's going to start talking again. He assumes.
Muldoon puts an ablative blade over his shoulder. Good luck touching it out, fucker.
There's always duct tape. The Imperial Sanctioned silver duct tape.
There's always an
But regarding the whole thing of what we do after...
We'll figure that out when we get there.
Hold on. Does perhaps Lucas have any input on that?
Or Docs?
Or Docs,
Not
yes.
really. Lucas is mainly focusing on trying to steady his own nerves at, seeing ghosts and just trying to remain focused, so...
In truth, the probability of our survival is very low, but still, we need to finish the mission. We need to defeat Harrow.
To be honest, when we joined the Inquisition, we are already dead. So either way, at least we are going out with a really big bang.
High likelihood of death, low chance of success. Sounds like another day in the Imperium, if you ask me.
The Stroyans did what worse, so this is not that bad. I'm just overreacting. Just overreacting. I'm out of practice.
Ford, ready the armor detachments. We're leaving. And Atlas looks at the rest of you for approval on that.
Maximo will nod.
I nod.
Best we get started on this as soon as possible.
There's only one issue. I'm assuming the tech priests of the house probably perished defending the Holy War engine.
Oh, he was attempted to be turned. He was slain.
And I assume his associates did not meet a much favorable fate either.
So we need a tech priest to power it up.
We're gonna need a lot more than a tech priest. A single tech priest trying to power an entire machine like that and awaken its spirit would be almost impossible.
They woken up before to stop the demon.
Yes, but to acquire a tech priest of great power who has possibly undergone more than an ancient at his craft, if you will.
So something much better than a Magos?
Dogs,
Yeah.
you have something I think that can help here.
Yes, oil. No.
Something better than oil.
2 bottles of oil.
It's not exactly an item, though you might have added to your inventory as such.
A memory fragment of an
But I
ancient...
remember a long time ago when we were at a facility gone underwater.
Uh-huh.
Ah. I still have the memory codes from then.
Yes, you still have the memory codes of a very ancient tech priest indeed.
Lord Atlas. I may be just one tech priest, a Megos at least, but I have downloaded entire data of an ancient tech priest that was working within a facility.
You mean to say you have knowledge on how to access archaic technology?
I do.
It shall be our best shot then. We should hurry. And hearing all that, Ford, you see him like sort of low volume speaking into an earpiece, and he gives you all a nod as in like the go ahead. An armor detachment shall muster at the eastern gate. You should go there. They shall escort you to the Atlas estate.
Very well. I will try to administer Medicaid to my team here to assist them so they will be more functional in the fight.
Alright, so I'm gonna make a little statement, and I think we will all agree on this. Would you all like to make a brief stop by the Munitorm to restock on some stuff that we will discuss between sessions?
Sure, I need to reload my ammunition I've used.
Alright, great. So we'll discuss between sessions what you guys want to try in acquisition, and what kind of refills you want.
I believe we're
But right
not
now, for
allowed
the
to
sake
have
of
bombs
brevity,
again. Since our last time.
sorry, my throat are dry.
It's okay. We understand. No more bombs. We understand.
No, it's just a lot of talking and I forgot to drink water.
That would be wise.
Oh,
You
don't
gotta
worry.
hydrate.
I'm oiled up now.
You oiled up?
Yep. Alright. So as I was saying, we're going to discuss between sessions what we're gonna try to grab. I'm gonna hand you guys between sessions some XP. But effectively, after we're done with what we're going to do now at the Atlas Estate, we're entering the... Basically, this is the part of the game where it tells you, hey, you cannot turn back from here. This is the last, like...
This is the point of no return.
That's
yeah,
true.
this is the last checkpoint. After this, the gloves are off. So are we all ready?
I
Yep.
guess.
Yep. I'd probably say without saying. Things go without saying, but I do get medical attention to patch me up.
Yeah,
As well.
you will all like make a... While the armor detachment that's going to escort you is readying up, you all like basically get yourselves fixed up. You take like a small, you know, you get some like steams and stuff to keep you guys in action for the next day or so, because you're likely gonna be non-stop fighting. Basically, you all get fixed up for a big fight. And once that's all done, you meet with a squad of armored vehicles, mostly basically a chimera that's meant to transport you guys, flanked by Liman Rasis. There's basically two configurations of Liman Rasis being here. Each flank has a configuration that's meant to deal more with infantry, with like flamers and short range weaponry. And the others are demolishers, meant to deal with like, hey, in case any like enemy vehicle or some big demon comes out of the woods. And I assume you all hop into the Chimera and start heading to the Atlas Estate.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright. And as you're getting there, I'd like to go with each of you in reverse order and bring some things up about how we got here. Docs,
E.
mentally preparing for the task you're about to undergo, you remember the time at the underwater facility. You remember the vengeful words of the ancient tech priest when he struck down the obliterator using your assistance. You remember the flash of light from the explosion of the facility. You remember dealing with an upstart engineer and meeting with a serpentine magos of the Inquisition. When you started this journey, you weren't entirely sure as to whether the Inquisition or the Cult Mechanicus was your higher calling. It seems fairly clear now. How does Docs feel about this vocational journey he has undergone through this whole operation?
someone content that he knows the path he went through and such? He believes he's doing what is right that he's hoping for?
Excellent.
Hmm.
Muldoon,
Hmm?
you recall a time when you were serving under an interrogator that was betrayed, and you were tasked with working for the man who most likely betrayed him. You recall a time when, recently, you faced against a powerful warp entity in the bowels of the estate you're heading to. Countless psychers failed by you through this journey, and countless spirits and all sorts of presence that you had to face against. Though you may not be the same as you were, and your humanity has been highly in doubt for a while, your faith to the Emperor has been quite solid.
For a psyker.
For a psyker. How does Muldoon feel about the path he has taken?
He does not regret it. Like, it could have been much, much worse for him. And he maybe thinks about the others, even Lucas, as good comrades. And maybe even friends. And who knows? Maybe Psyker could have friends.
Fair enough. Maximo,
Hmm.
your mind races to thoughts of when things were simpler. You were chasing down a cult, you were fighting the enemy on the inside, but the enemy wasn't one of you. Now it is. In those times, there were people who saw you for how smart you truly are. People who treated you like more than just an abhuman. People who died. People who, as much as you may have tried, you couldn't actually protect. But you have come to realize that it's okay. One cannot always protect everyone. But the least you can do is avenge them. Recalling recognition, recalling acknowledgement of who you really are, and recalling people that you really hope that were here now. Recalling that you became what you are now because you need to protect them more. You have now fully realized who Maximo is.
I am mysterious Maximilian, and I have a job to do.
And how do you feel about the journey for you to come here? About all those that perished so that you may survive, so that you may help others not follow that fate.
The first emotion was confusion. Then it led to regret. Now it leads to determination. With eyes furled, mustache waxed perfectly as he always tries to deem. I will do it for you, everything. Do it for you, Emperor. I will do it for your mama. Even for Luxie Spear and all the rest of them. I will prove to them I am.
Brilliant. And lastly, Lucas Viker.
Nerd.
Lucas Viker. You start this journey in a position that you loathed. You did not want to be there. And with each target you faced, you realized more and more why you were there. You were not sent here to be a soldier. You are the shadow of the Undying One. You are here because some divine hate had guided you here. More than a soldier. A weapon.
A tool.
What lies behind the mask of Lucas Viker is not only unknown, but as of now of little importance. One day the mask may come off, sure. But to avenge those who fell, and to bring justice for comrades lost, you understand now more than ever that the only craft that saves the world is death. And you are the master craftsman. How does Lucas feel about the next target?
Lucas may not be showing it because of the gas mask, but he has a mixture of trepidation and an anticipation for what is to come, because he knows one way or the other, Haro must die this day.
To the point. Excellent. And as the four of you are dealing with all this storm of thoughts about the journey thus far, you feel the adjustment in your posture when the chimera comes to a halt, and the latch on the back door opens inside the courtyard of the Atlas estate. Shortly you find yourselves descending into its bowels once again. Ruin and devastation. One that you left behind. Members of the guard in positions around you, holding this place. For what's inside may be the only answer to the war at hand. You descend through the elevator, with memories of the promise it gave you. Maybe it would have been better to follow them. Maybe this whole war could have been avoided. Maybe Haro did have the better plan. But a path has been chosen. And unless the very course of destiny changes to the complete opposite way, you are set on this path. You descend into the knight's resting room. And with a pilot in his uniform, finally wearing his helmet, He stands before the machine. And then he turns to Dox, standing at the master console, preparing to perform the most brilliant task that would normally take a whole team of people like him, all on his own, to awaken and tame the machine spirit of a knight. Dogs,
Me.
I'd like you to make me the first tech test.
Okay. 10.
Nice.
Excellent. You tap into all the data banks of knowledge left to you by the ancient tech priest. You feel his pain soar through your body once again. The scrapped limbs, the corroding parts, the ancient fury. It all washes through you as you channel this power once again. But this time, it is not a searing pain racing through your body that you have to push away so that you may use it later. No, this time you need it. This time you must master it. And finally managing to put your hands on the cogitator's consoles before you, through all the pain, through all the intense mental pressure that it is to essentially share the life of two tech priests right now. You managed to actually be in control. Make me the next tech test.
6.
Would you like to roll that?
I will.
You,
There's my...
I will say this. There is no failure to this. There just might be negative effects towards you if you roll too low. Alright.
9 in corruption.
Ooh. I will say your complication is you take 1 point of shock.
Okay.
As you're straining yourself to do this. But you manage to summon the proper ritual assembly and use the proper rites to awaken the machine spirit of the night once more. As its engines roar to life, you feel the machine spirit through the cogitator in front of you, rebelling against its awakening, like a wild beast being let loose from its cage. It is yearning to bathe in blood. It wants to break free. It seeks battle. It is untamed. But in order for its knight to do what he must, this ancient relic must come under control. Docs, make me the tech test.
9 in the glory.
Alright? So, putting all your art into this, putting all the knowledge that you can tap into from the data banks of an archaic tech priest with knowledge of things that most of the magos of your time will probably never know. You command such power over technology. You are a priest of the Omnisaya. And this machine will remember its purpose, for he wills it. You manage to command it for a brief moment, to break through its berserk state and acknowledge the world around it. And as it makes contact with its pilot, you feel the spirit quieten, the berserk rage simmering down to a silent fury. The storm has been honed into a bolt of lightning at the side of its pilot. He turns towards you and gives a nod as he prepares to enter the night. And finally releasing yourself from the memory of that tech priest, you find yourself back in full control of your body without any of those agonizing memories of pain. And only a little bit worse for wear.
Tapping in that data always feels agonizing. But its power and knowledge to understand is all that is worth it for the Omnisaya.
As Doc steps back from the cogitator, the four of you are once again in one fold, awaiting to see Leomund Atlas in control of his machinery. At first, a rotation of the heavy onslaught Gatling cannon. Then, a whirring as the coils of the Melta cannon come to life one more and prepare to be given the command to fire. Multiple rocket pods emerging over the shoulders of the machine, ready to seek targets. And a luminous red eye sparks as the night comes to life. Old Trojan, the Night Crusader of House Atlas, has come to life and is ready to meet its enemies in battle.
Those that have a mustache because of light.
No, but it
No.
is a knight with a skull for a face named Atlas. You're welcome.
Is it in Sapia?
It's blue, if I remember
Oh.
correctly. To explain the joke, a long time ago, me and Big Mac here were discussing about knights when he was getting me into Mech Warrior and how they translate. And he made a joke about how the Night Crusader could easily be modified to look like an Atlas.
Yeah.
So made House Atlas.
Ah. Heck, you should have used that as character art.
Well, you're free to imagine what you will. But yes, the night has come to life, and with that, this we're gonna end our session. Thank you everyone very much. Especially this last part was brilliant on all of you. You'd think I'd know how to end these, considering we've been doing this for 2 years by now. I don't. However, let's first of all go around the horn, saying who everyone has been, starting with Dogs.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Lulumoon, and I played as Megos Docs 404. And yeah, awaken the machine spirit.
I would have made those DN checks a lot higher if it weren't for the fact you were tapping into an ancient Magus that you had somehow banked in your head, and I literally... There's the big behind the scenes. I was literally sitting in my notes like, this should be very difficult. And then I remembered, oh wait, he can literally like tap into the knowledge of 2 Magos at once. Like, he should be able to do this.
I sure
you did.
surprised you about me looking to the Triptych for inspiration.
It's mostly I forgot what a triptych was for a second, you know?
Yeah.
I had something in mind, and I finally got it there, you know, with the whole demonic arts heretic thing. I finally got there. Next up, Muldoon.
Hello everyone, I was Crazy Pet giving the voice of Muldoon. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Excellent, thank you very much. Next up, we have Lucas Vicar. There he is.
Yes. Hello again. Art of War voicing Lucas Vicar. Hope you're ready, because we're in the end game, finally. The last mission. Kill them all. Maximo, you're up.
Yep, last but not least, Maximo.
Oh, okay. I am known as Maximo. I am Maximo, played by Big Mek Plays, also known as Borgas the Mad Mek. Go get that bread. It is good for you. They say it's gluten bad. No, bread's good. Anyways, thank you all for showing up and having us a go. Now time for me to go prepare for the big fight. I need extra big band-aids for this.
And I have been...
And also, an extra medic leg for Lucas, just in case he loses again.
Fair
An
enough.
eye and an arm and
We'll get him a
face.
martyr's kit. We'll get a martyr's kit for him. Because it has extra
That's why we
automatic
have
legs
extra
and a
donors,
bomb.
just in case.
And a bomb.
And I have been Saper, playing everyone else, and doing all the other fun stuff.
He did all the work and we did nothing.
And just so I clarify something, just so there is no misconception, everything is fine. It's just as we're heading into these final sessions, there are certain moments where I want to emphasize the gravity of it all. Hence why I make the, let's say, observations I do to the players. This is not to address the players, this is to address anyone watching. The players are more than aware as to why I remind them of these things.
Yep.
And as a closing note, before we depart, I have updated your investigations, everyone.
Yay! Ha! I like the secondary objective.
Yeah,
And remember, it's always optional.
exactly.
Well,
Priority investigation, kill Haru.
you will die
Secondary
if you don't,
investigation.
so...
Maybe you die if you do, maybe you die if you don't.
Well, not Maximo. He's invincible until proven otherwise.
Ha!
Exactly.
We'll find out.
He took an obliterator to the back.
Oh
What-
no!
what's the worst can you do?
Is backshotting on Maximo.
Yeah, Maximo got
Okay,
backshotted
see
by...
us out before they can get more unhinged.
The door's already off the handle. It's already outside unhinged. The door's already off.
Damn it, someone forgot the child safety locks.
Anyways, thank you all for all showing up, of course. And don't forget to thank your friends, thank your family, walk your pets. Also, do those dishes. That cup on your desk has been growing something fierce. Have yourself a next weekend and be safe. And also, tune in Saturday for The Odd Boys, Season 2. It's
They're
gonna
fighting
be fun.
clowns.
Well, they will be fighting clowns. A new clown is in town. We'll be see you around. Yes.